Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Debra Baker and I'm so glad that you've joined us. For this little while, we're going to talk about what it means to be home. Let's get started. So let's begin with 3 really nice deep breaths. First, breathing into our chest, filling it up, holding it for a moment, just feeling your chest expand a little. And when you're ready, let it go. And then breathing into your chest and your upper back. Filling up your chest, your upper back, feeling your rib cage expand. Holding it for as long as is comfortable. And then releasing it really slowly. And now take the deepest breath you've taken all day. Fill up your chest, your front, your entire rib cage, and your belly. Feel your belly expand a little. Feel your skin expand. And hold it for as long as you like. And when you're ready, let it go. And now let's relax our bodies. So we're going to take 3 more deep breaths. And as we do, first we're going to, with the first deep breath, we're going to relax. Imagine like your lower half of your body, from your waist all the way to the tip of your toes. Just take a deep breath in and imagine just that breath just grabbing onto any stress or tension in your pelvis, in your legs, your feet. Hold it for as long as you like, and then just feel that tension let go. Feel your legs get heavy. Feel your glutes relax, your lower belly, your feet. And now from your waist all the way up to your shoulders. Just take a breath. And feel your chest expand. Feel your belly expand. And just imagine this breath is grabbing onto anything that no longer serves you. Any stress or tension anywhere in your body, and now let it go. And if you are similar to me and that you like to relax your head, neck, and shoulders, pull your shoulders up to your ears, tuck your chin a little, and kind of squeeze your head with your shoulders as we relax this next part. Take a deep breath in, squeeze, 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 and then let your shoulders drop down. And your face relax. So my guides were pointing out to me the idea about being home, about home. And I don't know if you've ever heard that that saying, and I don't know who to quote on it, that as we go through these human experiences, we're just walking one another home. And my sense is that when we leave these human bodies, we go to a place that feels like home. But the thing is, we can create a sense of home while we're here. We don't have to wait till we're finished with these human lives to feel like we're at home. So the first place we want to feel at home is in our bodies. So we are infinite souls, one with the universe, one with all that is, coming in and having these individual human experiences in these bodies that the universe would like us to think of as home. So I'm going to be quiet for a moment so we can just ponder the idea of our bodies as home. So many of us are taught that there's something lacking in our human bodies. You know, one of the messages I received as a child was, I'm only human, as though there was something lacking about having a human experience. And yet we are infinite wise souls who chose these human experiences. So there's nothing lacking, there's nothing less than about it. They are sweet and precious. And it's really helpful if we feel at home while we are living in these human bodies, while we are inhabiting these bodies. So I invite you to think about if you feel at home in your body, and if you don't, why not? Or what is it about you that doesn't feel like it's home? Sometimes it's the oldest things that are the sweetest. For example, the other day I was folding sheets and I said to my granddaughter who was there at the time, these are the oldest sheets we have. Feel how soft they are. Because sheets get softer the longer we have them. We wear them out just a little until they're just so soft. And leather gets softer as we have it. A lot of things improve with age. You know, cheese and wine. And so I invite you not to think about parts of your body that you wished looked younger or felt younger, but instead to cherish the fact that you're still alive, that you're still inhabiting this body. And instead to think about how at home you are in your body. You know, when you wake up in the morning and you move or stretch or just open your eyes and you look at your body, maybe you look at your hands or your feet, and you realize you're at home in your body. We are at home in our bodies, and the more we allow ourselves to feel at home in our bodies, the more joy we have, the more peace we have. I invite you to think about a time when you were a child or a young person, or maybe last week, when you just felt at home in your body. On Sunday of this week, when I got done finishing my laps, which I often do if there's time, I'll just get to the end of the last lap and just float there in the water for a moment and just feel that sense of just floating in the water. And it's sublime, it's sweet. And maybe for you it was, you know, lying in the grass and looking at the clouds or looking at the stars or flying down the hill in your bicycle. These bodies we have are not an accident. the color of your eyes, the color of your hair, or whether you have hair or not, the color of your skin, all of those things, your basic body shape, they're not an accident. That was the body that your soul and the infinite chose as being perfect for you in this life. And, you may be doing things to change it. I started swimming so that I would become healthier, just to improve my health. And maybe you walk or you lift weights or whatever. Maybe you don't do any of those things. The important thing for this meditation is that you feel comfortable in your own skin. So I'm looking at my sweet dog sleeping on the floor next to me. And she doesn't look like she's ever had a moment when she didn't feel comfortable in her own skin. And there's so much we can learn from animals. Next week we're going to talk about being comfortable in our environment. For now, let's just think about being comfortable in our own bodies. And to stop the negative self-talk. It's largely an artificial thing that comes from someone's idea that we should look this way or that way. We should have heavy eyebrows or thin eyebrows, or we should have long hair or short hair, or a tiny waist or a regular waist, or we should be Rubenesque and full-figured. All of those things are someone's idea of the ideal. And I would like to suggest that the ideal for each of us is how our bodies naturally are. Without trying to force them into something that is not natural for us. Without trying to force something that makes us uncomfortable. So just imagine, and I'll be quiet for a moment, just imagine what it would feel like, what it would look like. Bring all of your senses in to feel 100% comfortable in your own body. Imagine your body and your human self saying to your soul, your infinite self, welcome home. You're home. When we adopted our dog, Daisy, I told her, and I still do 4 years later, you're home. This is your home. It's going to be your home. And this body that you have is your home. Welcome home. It is absolutely ideal for this human experience for you. Whole and perfect, exactly as it is, because you are whole and perfect exactly as you are. You don't have to change unless you want to, unless you feel like you're being called to, maybe by your health or something like that, your doctor, or even just your own desires. But know that your home. Your body is your home for right now. Settle in and get comfortable. Settle in and get comfortable. All is well. All is well. Do you know how I know that that's the perfect body for you and this is the perfect body for me? Because we're in them. They are the bodies that we occupy. So by default, by nature, they are the ideal human expression of our infinite souls. You don't have to make any excuses for them and do anything or change anything unless you want to. But I invite you to look yourself in the eye in the mirror sometime this week and say, welcome home. Welcome home. We've been waiting for you. And again, I want to remind you that you are whole and perfect exactly as you are, in the one presence and the one power moving in, through, and as me honors and recognizes the one presence and one power moving in, through, and as you. In other words, namaste. Have a wonderful week.